Hello everyone, it is Sunday, August 11th. The time is 12:37 p.m. Pacific and the temperature is 61 degrees Fahrenheit here in San Francisco. And welcome back to West Coast Walker, everyone. My name's Robert and today I'm going to show you around the iconic Ferry Building. Let's go have a look. As you can see, the beautiful structure there. The Ferry Building Marketplace, now it's known as, was originally completed in 1898, and it's still the original building, one of the few to survive the great earthquake and fire of 1906. And it was originally built as a ferry station for the ferry that goes to Oakland. But then over time, as the Bay Bridge was constructed and people started driving more, ferries became less and less used. And so they converted this building, this very large building, into a food hall or marketplace. And so you can get all kinds of different food and drinks and coffee here and everything you might need on a nice Sunday afternoon. So let's go have a look. As we see one of the old cable cars there. This is on the Embarcadero, which is a very major thoroughfare that cuts through the east end of the city from north-south, like in a north-south direction. As there is a farmer's market happening here today in the Ferry Building, both on this side of the street and across the way. As you see, beautiful skyscrapers here surrounding the Embarcadero area. So let's go have a look inside the Ferry Building and see what they have to offer now. There is a whole slew of restaurants in here and other eateries. Someone's taking a tour of the building here. As you can see, here's a little bit about the history. And it is a gorgeous building with a beautiful clock tower on top. Perhaps one of the most beautiful buildings in the city. Besides City Hall, of course, which is, in my opinion, the most beautiful building in the city. Before I show you the interior, I'll quickly show you what's behind the Ferry Building and the beautiful San Francisco Bay. As you can see, the gorgeous water here. And looks like there's still ferries that run, but certainly not as many as back in the day when people didn't have cars. But this is an amazing place to sit outside, have a bite to eat, have a coffee. In fact, I have eaten out here on this beautiful outdoor area when the great legendary Action Kid was in San Francisco. I was fortunate enough to meet him. As we have the Red Bay Coffee Center here, or coffee shop. So a lot of these places are like pretty high end. And you can smell the delicious coffee brewing. Got an empanada place there. And as you can see, it is busy here today. Sundays in particular, I believe, are pretty busy at the Ferry Building, although it is open every day. Tsar Nikolai caviar. Ooh. place where you can sit and have caviar. And then we have Dandelion Chocolates, a high-end chocolate place. So these are sort of upscale eateries here. We have a place called the Epicurean Trader, selling small batch artisan goods like farmhouse cheeses and whatnot. And then a delicious dessert place right here to get cupcakes and other desserts. We've got ice cream, of course. Today's special is the Secret Breakfast Sundae. And you can see how nice these shops and eateries are. I believe this is another ice cream place, or actually no, this is a burger joint. This is a burger joint called Gott's, and actually that's where we had lunch with Action Kid when he was in town. And then there's Gott's soft serve ice cream as well. So they have burger place and ice cream that is under the Gott's brand. If we come to the end of this hallway, I will sort of double back here. There's just the restrooms there, so we'll make our way again through the crowd. As you can see, the beautiful ceiling here in that classic Gilded Age style. The Gilded Age was my favorite era in the United States, from about 1877 to 1920, I would say. Or one might even say 1929, when the stock market crashed. The architecture during that age is absolutely magnificent. And that was when America became a very rich and powerful country. So we have a little gift shop here. People bringing their dogs. We got a wine merchant here selling probably some very high-end wines. Yeah, not bad. $13.50 for a bottle, $11 for a bottle. So not like ridiculous expensive. Some nice rosé here. Got like champagne or sparkling wine, I guess. If it's not made in the Champagne region, you're not allowed to call it champagne, they say. And then we've got a fridge full of rosés and white wines, and some wine from Spain. Also whiskey and bourbon. And then German and Austrian wines here, as well as Burgundy, which is a region in France which makes tremendous wine. Cabernet Sauvignon, Bordeaux, another region in France which makes tremendous wine. And Loire Valley as well. So these are all different French wines. And also Italy. Piedmont and northern Italian wines, and as well as Tuscan wine. Italian wine, I think, is actually my favorite. You can have some food and drink here and sit down and enjoy yourself. We're having we've got a gardening shop and Stonehouse olive oil from California. So this store sells olive oil as well as different herbs and spices. And you can see that there's some high-end olive oils here. Not bad, $12 for a bottle, but some of the other ones are more expensive. The organic one is $35. They even have little tasting cups if you want to taste what the olive oil tastes like. Good olive oil has a peppery, spicy taste to it. It's almost hot to the tongue. I'm not sure what they sell here. Oh, different chocolates. Very high-end chocolates. $28 for a box, a very small box. $40 for 6 very tiny chocolates. So the prices here put See's Candy to shame. This is probably Ricohichi. I don't know how to pronounce it, but Ricohichi. Never heard of it. But imagine it would be extremely good chocolate for that price. And we've got a Cambodian restaurant here. This is a sort of gift shop, Fog Sea Flea Trading Post. There's different arts and crafts available here. Coffee mugs, some clothing. A large collection of hats. Some nice leather jackets here. 120 bucks, not bad. Not ridiculous. Considering a small box of chocolates down there is $44. Got candles and scents and whatnot here. And then this place is a juice bar. You can get fresh juices for $11 or $12. Got crepes here, creperie, to get fresh crepes. As we will go outside and check out the farmers market here. here. Some house plants for your home. Some jewelry. Some succulents. Some more plants. Looks like this farmer's market is more, not so much food, but more like decorations and whatnot.
Why'd you do that?
Don't make us loosey.
Some clothing. And more plants. So this farmer's market is more for plants and household decor items. And there's another farmer's market across the street, so we'll go look at that. So the Embarcadero area is pretty busy today. As we see those gorgeous palm trees. Tons of palm trees in this area. Beautiful looking palm trees.
No thanks.
These are little jewelry, trinkets, some figurines. Got some t-shirts here. Cool designs. Got some artwork here if you want to buy a little painting for your home. This place sells hats and shirts, sort of Hawaiian style shirts. We have more trinkets there, and some more nice artistic work here, including a gorgeous picture of the Golden Gate Bridge in the fog. And we've got tie-dye. Lots of tie-dye here. And some knitted hats and little knitted bags and other items. So this particular farmer's market here at the Embarcadero seems to be more, well, not really any food being sold, but it's more of an arts and crafts market, I guess one would call it, rather than a farmer's market. Different magnets and different handmade trinkets for as a gift or just to put like on a shelf. There is a sculpture over here that we can go look at. There's this beautiful open plaza. I believe they're going to remove a lot of this cement here and convert it more to green space in the future. We'll see when that happens. They don't move quickly in in the cities. When the city needs to get something done, it takes a while. When a private corporation needs to get something done, it usually happens pretty quickly. There's a lot of red tape that needs to happen, including this very, I wouldn't call it a beautiful sculpture, but an interesting sculpture. A concrete whatever. I don't know what it is supposed to be. Sort of a, it almost looks like an MC Escher drawing, if you're aware of, if you're familiar with him. Yeah, so this side of it, there's some stairs that you can take if you want to explore the sculpture a little bit more. Got some signs here. The Abraham Lincoln Brigade. Okay. So I'm not sure what this is referring to, but it could have something to do with, oh, it looks like it's a poem by Ernest Hemingway. Across the way we see Pier number 1. We do see some beautiful green space here. I believe they want to add a lot more to this area. So that is the Port of San Francisco right there, which is where behind there you'll find the docks where cargo ships come in. So we've got Pier 1, 2, and 3 all beside each other. Absolutely beautiful buildings. In this very picturesque Embarcadero neighborhood. Corner of Washington and Embarcadero.
Yeah, and there was like, these old apartments, and yeah, it wasn't a nice neighborhood. Yeah, but it is pretty cool.
Pier 1, Pier 3, I'm not sure where Pier 2 is.
I had to have like certain locations. And even at work. Yeah.
What's interesting is the street parking here, you have to pay even on Sundays. So keep that in mind if you come to the Embarcadero. See the gorgeous Pier 3 with very nice palm trees out in front. cool condos there. Some gorgeous high-rise buildings in this neighborhood here. So that's Pier 5 right there. So we've got Pier 1, 3, and 5. So it looks like they skipped the even numbers. But they made some very nice buildings for Pier 1, 3, and 5 here. I'm not sure if these are as old as the Ferry Building or not, but they look very nice. A very large ship, looks like a cruise ship. Behind that building there, that looks like a massive ship. That sort of brownish building there is the Waterfront Restaurant and Cafe. That looks like a very nice restaurant. As we see the Bay Bridge making its way over to the Oakland Hills there. Beautiful view of the Bay Bridge, which in my opinion is almost as beautiful as the Golden Gate Bridge. Not as iconic, but certainly very, very gorgeous bridge. Building there is Pier 9. So we've got Pier 1, 3, 5, 9. And it just keeps going. Perhaps they decided that they would just stick with odd numbers. As I'll show you one more view of this massive ship here. Behind that could be Pier 11 building. It's taller than the building itself, so very cool. Right there's another ship called the San Francisco Belle, B-E-L-L-E, which looks like probably a place with restaurants and whatnot. I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to look into that. The San Francisco Belle. Beautiful view of the Oakland Hills. Well, thank you everyone for joining me on this short walk through the Ferry Building Marketplace, the iconic Ferry Building, as well as the Embarcadero neighborhood. Please remember to like and subscribe, hit those notifications, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.